What? Okay. Still not showing that I'm live. There it goes. Golly. That was weird. Holy vey. Goofy kids unplugged my internet. All right, let's try that again. Close enough. Boots. Nope. This shirt is still not fucking happy. God damn it. There we go. That was weird. Lantern just hanging out there. How am I off on one of those? Weird. That was very strange. Really, dear? Good God. It's crazy. Make sure I didn't miss anything while it's gone. Okay. Nothing. Nothing over there. Okay. Nothing there. Oh, okay, good. Oh yeah, those doors don't work. Perfect. Head back up to Valentine, see what happens. Okay, horse, let's just bounce off every little pebble here. Wow. What the heck? Weird. Where'd everybody go? The world is starting to fill up now. It seems like it's falling off a cliff again. But we'll see what happens. Doing no errors so far. Where the hell is that? Blackwater. Why are you? Why would somebody be injured there? Let's see. Who's clocked in? Oh, Max is over there. Well, somebody's been through here recently. Good Lord, my word's the only word. There they go now. crazy ass wagons, man. That's why I put my horse here. Sure this is still working. Yep. There's still nothing. No, I'll just keep moving. Keep moving. Oh, somebody's nagged it there. Somebody's been through here. The horse has a halter on. I don't see anybody. Oh, in here. Somebody was in here. And ran off. Very strange. How did you get 10 times dirty just going up the hill? Weird. The only place I haven't been in the east, well, two places. One I'm not going to right now is Coulter. Nobody ever up there. The other one is Van Horn, which I could run into right now. Very strange day, that's for sure. Really, bro? What time for that? Alright. Head over to Van Horn. Oh, there's the spot right there. One. I think. It's not that. That's the deep one. I want the shallow one. This one here. There we go. Okay. Freaking out for there, horsey. I heard a snake over on the left there, but before that, I didn't see anything. For it to be flipping out like that. There we go. Big old fancy sheriff's office. I've never seen anybody in. The fuck? I don't remember that. Nada. Nada. Okay. Turn right quick. Come back and pick up the sign. Not a thing. Oh, put up the sign. So, showing that I've been here and that the doctor is in county. And then go from there. Go back down to Anthony, I guess. This is right under that light. Some caps on them. So nice to run into so many people. Forgot that there's times where it just ain't shit going on. Unfortunately. Let's head south. Oh, that was weird. So far, so good. Go check the server status if I get into town. See if I'm running around for no reason. I hope not. But you never know anymore. This really isn't that far out there. At least it don't seem like it. Relax. I think it seems a lot closer than it actually is. A weird place for a wagon. Nobody in the farmlands. Nobody in the wagon place. I don't think that blacksmith shop's open anymore. Place ain't open? That place ain't open? Huh. Oh, this sucks. I do know I got oh, is she still doing it? Oh, here with somebody. one's not there anymore either. I think she's around here somewhere again. I've yet to see her. She keeps clocking in east. I don't know where. Oops. My bow hit the light one. Oh, it's that one. Always that one, though. So weird. Yeah, I've yet to see this lady east. So I don't know where that east is that she's walking into, but I have yet to see her. Make sure both those are locked. Yes. Make sure both these are locked. Yes. There we go. Oops, is that spelled wrong? I think it is. Let me check that. It is. Let me fix that. This is going to drive me crazy. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me check the server status. Well, there's plenty of people in town here then. Where the fuck is everybody? La 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 la. Weird. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Nick's to show up here. Oh. She should be showing up here soon. Where is it? She should be here by now. Well, dun, dun, dun. Where are people talking at? East, east, east. We have a psych appointment out here sometime soon. That's the only reason I'm hanging out here. Because I don't get to see psych appointments very often, so take my chance when I got it. That's not creepy at all. Okay. Who is that view? Hey, there we go. What's that now? Oh, that's stamps. Yeah. Well, I wonder. Aw, don't do that. Ah, damn it. There we go. Ah. Trying to jump on top of the trash can. See if I can manage this. Ah. No. And then. Ah. Oh. Get up there. Or don't. Waiting on Nix to show up. I don't want to miss my chance of a psychiatric commitment. They never happen when I'm around. Ooh. Local. She said be at St. Denis at this time, so I don't know what's going on. I heard a door. Hit my doors. Damn it. The fuck? Where the hell are all the locals? Ah, there it is. I knew something was weird. I noticed before the time came. Come on. Alright. Stupid fucking pool errors, I swear to God. Enough to drive a person insane. Nope. What happened? Oh, it crashed. Of course. No surprise there. Come on. Thank you. Try that again. Did it crash again? Oh, I was about to say, my goodness. Hmm.
Hello, Cabel.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm okay.
That's good, that's good.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing really good. I'm very relaxed.
Oh, I might ruin that.
Why?
I have some
Why?
questions.
Okay, yes, go for it.
Who's Maria?
What do you mean by that?
I found a lady named Maria in the woods up north of Anniesburg. Very confused to who she was, where she was going. Bitten by a cougar. I have a report about it, and I didn't really put two and two together until she was asking for, what was his name? There's two different names. She didn't like the fact that I was in blue for some reason either.
Okay. And you said you saw her at Annisburg?
Yep, I treated her and got her down to Anniesburg for further treatment. She was very confused, so I was trying to see if her memory would come about. She didn't know her last name.
You know, What's very interesting is that Maria is a wanted individual.
I did not know this.
No, it's okay. Typically, most people wouldn't because, you'd think I thought she was dead in Mexico. I thought she couldn't get, I,
No. Well, I don't know. She had a very thick Mexican accent. She said she's from someplace warm. What the fuck was she looking for? She was looking for two different dudes. I can't remember their name.
Oh, please not again. There's no way.
And then me and the blacksmith was talking to her because the blacksmith opened up the saloon for me because I didn't have any food. And it seemed like the more we were talking about things, she would jog in her memory, I suppose.
Are you okay? Are you unharmed?
No, I wasn't harmed or anything, but she was upset. She handed me back the food I gave her and said nobody helps us with anything and rode off on her horse. So, and then the blacksmith's like, was that the Maria? I'm like, I don't know. I never met the lady.
The last time we attempted to help Mexico, she kidnapped me and Silas and tortured my brother-in-law. So, okay, Annenberg.
So I was going to ask. Well, she rode south after that, out of Anniesburg. But yeah, I was going to ask if you knew if Nala was about or not. Because I figured she would know.
I don't. That would.
I didn't want to bring this to you because I figured that was the same one, and I didn't want to upset you or Silas with it.
No, you're not upsetting me. It's something that can be easily taken care of. If she's forgetful, or in Annisburg and hiding in trees, deputies can easily find someone like that.
Well, I think the only reason I found her is a cougar downed her. Very cagey. So I don't know how much is mismemory or didn't want to talk about. You know what I mean?
Hello,
some name
Nix.
with an R. R. That's what it was. A name started with an R.
Rafa?
Rafi. I can't remember. And then there was another one.
Raphael?
Raphael. There it is. Yep, she was looking for a Raphael.
Who's this you're on about?
Lady named Maria.
Apparently, Cabel ran into a Maria.
That's concerning.
Not good.
Perhaps we should tell Nala.
Not good.
And she was very surprised that I wanted to help people with nothing in return, is the way she put it.
Give me just a moment, though. I'm going to stare at my notebook in silence.
No, of course.
She was confused by me. I don't know.
Would you be willing to write a statement on this?
Sure. I mean, I wrote it in my notes. Let's see, notes, because I had to give her a thing for pain. Yeah, Maria. She had her forearm was tore up, but seemed to have lost her memory, confused on how she got to where I found her. Yeah. It was very odd. That's why I wanted to ask.
I didn't often. There wasn't many times where I spoke to Maria. It was mostly just,
Short, darker-skinned lady with a fancy coat, fur coat of some sort. Double bandoliers. What else?
Bandoliers tracks coat. She's been in the Commonwealth for a while.
Yeah. She was riding on a Turkmen with no saddle. One of those, kind of looks like, the Appaloosa snowflake?
Oh, those pretty ones.
What you got?
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a Turkmen.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a witching out
I found the horse before I found her.
And you're unharmed? She didn't
No,
ask you your name or try to remember where you live or breathe or...
No, she was just very confused by me. That much I do know. I think I threw her for a loop. I didn't mean to. I was just talking to her like I talk to everybody.
Who go back to her forearm? Seems to have lost the memory. Ooh.
Memory loss is not ideal. I wouldn't want anybody walking around like that. I don't know how I feel about it. I would have to step away from it. I would feel very biased.
Yep. Well, the thing is she was talking about a battlefield, and then she was looking for somebody, and then, yeah, it's like the more her memory came back, the more upset she got. So, and then she rode off.
You know.
What? Who said that? Huh?
This Maria lady.
I don't have the words to explain that I hope, and this is very bizarre, but I hope her memory never returns, because if she didn't harm you, then that is a gift, a blessing. However, her memory is gone. Either it's that or she is playing tricks again.
I don't know. She was confused by me. She said as much. Why are you helping me? What do you want in return? I'm like, nothing. I'm just here to help people. That's what I like to do.
The unfortunate part about Mexico and their civilians was that they were asking for help, and we did extend that.
Yeah.
Quite often.
Yep.
Nothing. That was never supposed to happen. We were never supposed to go to war. None of that. I never wish to relive it.
No. I was in the Siege of Valentine and here in St. Denis. So, I don't like seeing everybody get hurt either. That was a hard day.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm just, the more I think about it, the more kind of freaked out about the whole thing I am, you know?
I think you handled it fantastically.
Yeah.
The fact that you are standing here in front of me and there isn't random, I'm actually looking around me in case there's people running about. I know Nala mentioned that 3 of them escaped that day on the bridge. I didn't think it would happen, or that they would stay here in the Commonwealth and... Oh, no.
Well, she seemed very confused at first and then upset at the end. But she just handed me back my food, and I'm like, don't want your... Well, how did she put it? I don't want your dirty county's food or something like that. And then rode off in a huff. Me and the blacksmith were kind of miffed about that.
Are you both all right? Is the blacksmith all right?
Oh, yeah. No worries there. Me and her were just chit-chatting.
You know what? I will speak to Nala and see if she can maybe get a patrol up there, or...
Well, I didn't see anybody afterwards. I've been through Van Horn, Valentine. I've been all over the east after that. I haven't seen either here much anybody. But my guess, she did seem interested. I was naming off towns to see if anything would jog her memory, and she seemed interested in Thieves Landing. But
of course she did. No.
That was like the only town that made her pause. And then when the blacksmith was talking about, we were talking about tacos and stuff, she brought up Mexico. That's when she started to get upset.
Wait. Maria doesn't How bad did her memory loss seem?
Pretty bad. But she was also very cagey, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes complete sense.
Like, she was getting ready to go to battle, not realizing it. That was quite a long time ago. So, I didn't really want her to be on her own in that confused state, but she kind of rode off on us.
No, you did the right thing. Please never follow anybody that might seem a little hostile or volatile. I think you did great. If oddly enough, if we are able to get our hands on her, and that sounds so strange. I don't wish her ill. I really want this to stop.
Yeah. Well, and that's basically what the blacksmith said too. She's like, well, I don't want to make a big huff about that with her being in that state. So, I don't know.
She deserves to have memory if it's possible for us to help her. I don't know if that memory will be a good thing
Yeah.
either.
Well, I bandaged her up, I took care of her pain, I fed her, and then she ran off. I can't do much more than that, unfortunately.
So you helped her and she still said that you were of no help?
Yeah.
Sounds like Maria.
Yeah, she said that, and I'm like, well, I just helped you. Well, you have a point there.
Wait, she reciprocated?
Yeah. And then, as she was riding off, there's that same, nobody wants to help us. So I think it's a tug-of-war thing with her, it seems. Especially with me, because I just kept, like, talking to her like I'm talking to you.
Like a normal person.
Yep. She was confused by it.
You know what? If you ever see her again, or she randomly appears in front of you, as is the case of Maria, try and get her into a room. Speak calmly to her, and also keep yourself safe. Keep anything that is sharp, or I know you are capable of defending yourself. Just make sure to send out a telegram for Loman.
Yeah. She's an odd one, that's for sure. Oh, and I've ran into somebody else that I haven't seen in a long time.
Oh?
She's put up bulletin board flyers on all the bulletin boards. Billy Lane.
Billy's back?
I took care of her and Valentine. She come riding in on a mule looking for Frank. Again, kind of confused. This was like 2 hours before the other lady. She was confused. Apparently, she was held captive for a long time.
Sorry, quick interrupting question, because time is getting close.
Yes.
Okay.
Knives, do you think claw for this one or no?
It's a BB.
Up to you. Yes.
Cabel, are you attending this as a trainee?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think she would be a problem based on your sessions? Remember, my opinion is rooted in bias,
I've
which
never
is
had
why.
one with her before.
Oh, okay.
This is the first one.
She asked me to be there with her because she didn't want to be by herself, apparently.
Well, no, it's to take a shadow and get experience.
Yes. But
well, I think we will be okay. I think we don't need Loman unless I feel strange. I will observe for a little bit, but I'm not going to say much.
Well, I'm meeting here. I'm not sure if we're going elsewhere or not. I'm fine with anything.
But apparently Billy had
It's raining.
deep laceration on her ribs. She didn't know how she got them. She's in ragged clothes. Didn't look very well off. I asked her if she talked the law. She said no. I said, you probably should if you're looking for somebody. She's like, well, put up paper on it, but we'll see where it goes from there.
Just stare at my book for another minute.
You sound like you've had a day with
It's
a
been
lot of
interesting.
forgetful people.
Yeah, it's been an interesting one, that's for sure.
You know, if their minds start to be a little bit confused, have them sit down, lavender tea them, maybe burn a little bit of sacred datura in the room. I think you did great with what you said you did with Maria, calling out places and towns, and Billy remembers Frank, but she was kept hostage.
She don't know for how long. So, I don't know.
Fair.
But I took care of her, and with her forgetfulness, that's why I gave her the cola. Same with Maria. Because if there was no sign of a concussion on either of them, but they were having issues with memory, so I think a downer would be good for them.
Fair. No, absolutely. It's better to stimulate them. Nix, I believe your patient is outside. Oh, she's really staring at that.
Knock, knock.
Howdy. Door should be open now. Let me see. Oh, there we go. There you go.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Bobby.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. How are you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm trying to get Nix to... She's really staring at a page right now. Just really invested in it.
Like a good doctor should be.
Very true. Do you have on many coats right now? It's quite warm in Lemoyne.
Oh, no, I'm freezing.
Freezing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I might have a fever, but maybe you can check that out later. Hello.
Oh. Hello.
How's it going?
Okay.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. I arrived here just in time, right?
Yes, of course. Excellent. Right. Are you happy having... You're happy having people shadow, yes?
Yes, of
Thank you,
course.
sir.
I
So
am
Cab
not
will
observing
be...
you, Bobby. I'm actually watching Cabel.
Yep, I'm a trainee.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching him watching me.
Yes,
A lot of
Me
watches in this
watching
room.
Nix. Yep, yeah. It's
I
kind
do
of a
You're
circle
watching
enjoy
thing.
a bit of watching.
Knives is
Yes.
watching you, and I'm watching everyone. And nobody's watching us outside.
Should I be watching
Yes.
outside?
I don't know.
That's not suspicious at all.
No, I just... You know, I'm really freezing, like I said, and I might have a fever, so... But we'll leave that to the end, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, of course.
It's
Door
not as
stuck.
important as my mental issues,
There we go.
of which I have none, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right. Shall we... I think there's... The break... I think there's a break room upstairs, isn't there?
Well, there's a library up
Get
there.
out of the rain as well.
Whichever room you prefer.
Let me have a quick look.
Okey-dokey. If we're going upstairs, I'll lock this so nobody runs inside while we're busy.
Yeah, hopefully no injured people interrupting my appointment.
Well, that's why there's more than one. I'll take care of it if need be.
Yep, I can move away.
I just want to learn. How you doing in all this rain here? Been a lot of rain lately.
No, there's not. Knives, do you have a key to the office up there? That might be good.
I believe I do. Yeah, of course.
I think it's management only, which is strange.
Yeah, it is.
Come along.
Hey, it works for
Hurry
her.
through. Look at that. Excellent.
Nice.
I don't...
I've been
okay,
here
I
before.
can also open the...
Yes, no.
if you
Balcony.
need, just for fresh air.
Yes, I love
Thank
fresh air. Where do you want me to
I'm
sit?
calling the comfy seat.
Either one of those seats are good.
right? Perfect. So, what is this meeting exactly? How does it work? I've only been to one of these before, and we just talked about, you know, just stuff. So I'm just
Yeah.
wondering
So I
what
believe
kind
you
of.
saw Pippin in the past, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that was his name.
Yes, Pippin O'Malley.
The lady with
So
red hair.
no, it was a man.
Oh, oops.
Right. So I think what we'll do is we'll basically treat this as if it were a first appointment. So I've not met you before.
That's
We've never
right.
spoken before. Um, so basically, why don't you just start from the top? Tell me what led you into the psychiatry system, so to speak. Tell me how this came about.
Oh boy, that's a long story. How did I end up in the
Well, I have a large
psychiatry
book.
system? Well, as long as you can keep up with writing things down.
I shall do my best. And also cross my fingers that Cab is taking good notes as well.
I'm paying attention, don't mind me.
Oh, by the way, is this meeting confidential?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
100%. All right.
Yeah, anyway, any information mentioned here can get out is if a judge subpoenas it, and that has never happened before. So.
Let's see where
Well, I
this
mean,
goes.
I'm not going to lie about anything. I think most people know about what happened to me before, so it's not a secret. So I'll just, start from the top. How did I end up in the psychiatry system? I guess it all started when I killed my best friend. I did it during a gang initiation. It was supposed to be like a simple robbery, right? But it went wrong. He started mouthing off and telling me all this and all that, and I just lost my mind. And then, afterwards, because I wasn't hanged for it, I actually spoke to Knives about it, and she helped me see reason. And she said that my aggression was, reasonable and stuff. So that made me feel a bit better.
Okay.
I was on parole after this murder charge. The judge was kind enough to let me out into the free world. And under a lot of conditions, of course, I had to not dig graves, clean graves. I had to clean graves. I had to pay the sheriff's office and the medical office and do some. What's that place called where you put dead bodies?
Cemetery?
No, the
Cold
bit
storage?
before that. Yeah, cold storage.
That did sound good. Why?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I know. So, cold storage. I had to do some jobs there with Mr. Alfred, I think his name was, or is. I don't know.
Okay.
I've not heard about him. So, cold storage. I cleaned some bodies. I don't know why I had to do that, to be honest. I think it was just the judge trying to, prove a point. But whatever, I did that. And she told me to do that because I did actually steal Caesar's body, and it was like the irony of it all. And then I hid him on an island. It's all in the past. So then she assumed that something was wrong with my brain, and that's when I went to see Knives, and we talked about my anger issues. And
Was it court mandated, your original session?
it was, yeah.
Okay.
We talked about anger issues and how I can keep myself calm. I had an anger journal, which helped. And then I went on an expedition by myself, which helped more. The fresh air and skinning animals and being away from the city. That helped me a lot. And then there was one instance where people keep saying that I was taken because there was chloroform involved, and I have no recollection of what happened then. And that's when my other appointment started. They tried to see if they could tap into my subconscious and see if I could remember anything using hypnosis, but I actually never got hypnotized.
Oh yes, of course. Pippin spoke to me about that. We were supposed to arrange an appointment for the three of us. And nothing could ever happen.
Do you hypnotize people?
It's in the early stages of development. It's a technique for us.
Does it normally
I've done
work?
meditation with patients before. Well, that's the thing, we don't know. It's such an experimental technique.
Interesting. Well, whatever you think will
It
help.
can work on some, it can work on others. For some people, it doesn't work. And so that brings us to the present day, does it?
It does. I'm just trying to remember if anything happened along the way. Well, of course there was the war, and people were trying to kill me. Not the Mexicans, other people. And I think I got over that now. And then my friend left. The saloon went under in Valentine, and that really put me on edge, you know? It put me on edge. I was so close to... But I didn't. I was fine. And I'm still fine.
Okay. So I will ask you. In a recent telegram, you mentioned that your anger issues had come back to a degree and you felt like warranted an appointment.
Yes.
In what way would you say they've resolved what's been going on that's caused that?
Let me think back. I was in Blackwater, and there was a lot of people annoying me. People pointing fingers and telling me that I was pretending to be a game warden, which I wasn't.
Okay. You know, it's just those simple acts that made you just... What? You just filled with rage, or...
Well, I wouldn't say they're simple acts. It's people accusing me of something that I'm not. And,
Very valid.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to be called a game warden.
No, of course not. So tell me, do you still keep your journal?
The anger journal?
Uh-huh.
No, I lost it in the war. But I remember the gist. There was a lot of hate poems
Oh.
to myself.
About hating yourself or hating others?
About hating the world, I suppose. You have one bad day, and then these things just keep happening, and it spirals out of control. And then it's not like I have one reason to stay angry that day. It's a lot of reasons, and then I just put it all on paper.
I see. And do you feel that helped you vent your anger?
No, I think it would help if I showed my work to people.
Have you ever done so before?
Not the hate poems, no.
Have you ever thought about it?
It crossed my mind. That brings me to another thing that makes me angry today. I saw an advertisement about someone writing poems, and I just can't help feeling like they're intruding into my life.
How so?
Well, you know, they're selling poems that they can send to other people, and I feel like I could be providing that service. And it angers me that I haven't thought about it first, and I'm not doing it.
Okay. I mean, there's always space in the Commonwealth for more than one business practice of the same sort, is there not?
Yeah, but one always rises to the top.
Not always.
Give me an example.
Let's see. So obviously at the moment it's been quite quiet. But saloons, or gunsmith.
The
Well,
Valentine saloon was always on the top. Until it wasn't.
was it? Because Blackwater was quite good.
Not as good as Valentine. It was the heart of the Commonwealth. People pass through all the time. It's in the centre. Blood in, blood out.
Okay, well, have you considered that sometimes things don't need to be a competition? You can share a space. Who cares if someone else does better? You do it differently, surely.
I've never been good at sharing. Maybe that's because I don't have any siblings.
Okay.
Competition.
Have you considered, I mean, if you were to publish your work, would you do so under your own name or under a pseudonym?
I think I'd use a fake name because what I might publish, if I was a writer, obviously, is it could be controversial and it could ruffle some feathers. I don't want to be a target, you know? I've had enough of that.
I think you should.
You think I should?
Art is, yes, art is an excellent way of channeling one's emotions. Especially, I mean, poetry is, for some, very meaningful.
Poetry is good. It's also good
If
to
you
use
feel
poetry to send secret messages.
Oh, yeah.
Look for the meaning and all
Riddles
that.
and stuff.
Exactly.
I love a good riddle.
Me too.
I think you should.
You
I
know
think
what?
it'd be
I'll write
good
that
for you.
down.
It's up to you, of course. I shan't force you into it, but I think maybe just try with one to begin with. Just pin it up on the notice boards. You don't have to make any money off it or anything.
Okay. I can
Just
do
write
that.
out a poem, sign it with your pseudonym, whatever you wish it to be. And just pin it up, see how it feels. Wait a few days until people have had a chance to see it. And mull it over.
But if I do that now,
And then write
you'll
down
know who it is.
Well, I'll know, of course. Perhaps. You know, I'll keep it secret. As will Cab, as will now.
Nothing leaves this room.
The knowledge, no, of course, the knowledge that we have in here stays in the report and in here.
I like the sound of that.
I think you should do it. If anything, it'll give you a taste of what it feels like to be a published writer. Well, to a degree. Not strictly publishing it, but you know what I mean.
What if I become drunk with power?
Well, you'll have to tackle that.
I guess there are worse problems to have.
Oh, definitely. So I think you should continue your journal. It sounds as though it was helpful for you. Is that fair to say?
It was helpful. I actually, Charles Murray, I think Knives remembers him. He had one as well, and we used to share what we put in it. Sometimes Well, most of the time he put my name down in his. But then there was this one time where he ran me over with his wagon, so I put his name down in mine. And then we went to court over it. It was a whole thing.
Sorry, just give me a moment, making some notes.
That's all right. I enjoy the paintings in here.
Very pretty.
You know who painted them?
No.
Not a
I
clue,
like the one with the
I'm afraid.
bones.
Oh, where's that one? Oh,
Behind the scales. Bones reminds me of Pansy Thorne. She's the girl I shot at funeral. Caesar's funeral.
ah,
She used to call herself Bones.
yes, I was acquainted with her once or twice.
What do you think of her?
Honestly, I don't recall. It was quite a while ago.
Figures. Not very memorable.
I think, no, it's more that we only met in passing. Our stars don't really align, so.
Still.
Okay. So let's talk about the kidnapping, so to speak. What exactly? Let's check here.
Sorry.
So you said that there's chloroform involved. I've read through Pippin's notes on that as well.
Right.
How do you feel about that situation now?
I don't really think about it, to be honest. I know it sounds scary. I can't really make sense of it. About why it happened. About who it might be. I feel like my mind focuses on other things. Like things I know. And the people I know that could piss me off eventually.
Okay. Have you sort of closed the door on that section? You don't want to touch it anymore?
Well, I mean, maybe it would be helpful for law if they're looking for people who are just kidnapping people for no reason. But aside from that, it doesn't really bother me.
No, that's good.
You know, I went to see a card reader.
Oh,
Yes, it was in flying. And she gave me 3 cards.
Very similar
Yes.
friend.
Yeah.
Have very similar beliefs.
She gave me 3 cards, and I think they were all bad. But she tried to twist them and, tell me that they're good instead. She was like, oh, you've got the reverse angel, or you've got the reverse sword. I was like, what does reverse mean, though? She said, doesn't matter. It depends on how you interpret
It
it.
doesn't. It really does depend how you interpret things. That's the thing with tarot. It's some people. I mean, I go to Eris for regular readings, and I've always held in my mind a question or a topic I want to have a reading done on.
Do you like them?
And no matter what the cards, what the readings,
Yeah.
yes, they're fascinating. They've helped me make some very big decisions in my life so far. Recently, anyway.
Give me an example.
Oof. Mm-hmm. The one I can think of, which is probably the biggest change for me, is the future. What to do. I've been contemplating opening a business for a long time.
What kind of business?
something not too dissimilar to Eris's shop. It's a little bit different.
I could see that.
My expertise is more herbal-based.
I could see you doing that.
I'm glad. I'm hoping to do that at some point, but I think it's a way down the road yet. But no, the tarot readings are... How can I put it? They're what you make of them, really.
Very open-ended.
Indeed. If you walk into one of those readings and sit down thinking that this reading is going to heavily affect your life, then it will. It's the subconscious mind taking cues from the card as to how to act in the future. Whereas if you walk in there thinking, oh no, this is a load of rubbish, I'm not going to believe any of it, they probably wouldn't have any effect on you.
So it all depends on how you
that.
react to it?
Yes, sort of.
I could see how it could mislead a person.
Yeah, definitely. When I go to Eris, I usually go there for guidance. Be it specific advice from a friend, or just to see what the cards say.
What she told me was pretty accurate.
Yeah. Or to the past or to the future.
A bit of both. She basically said in the past, this happened, but even so, you should do this in the future, even though these things have happened. But I don't want to do those things.
So don't. It's as simple as that. You're your own free spirit. Are you not?
I'd like to think I am.
So don't do it. It's as simple as that.
I won't. I wasn't going to. It was all like based on trust. I think if you read back on the report for my previous appointment, that's all we talked about. Trust and trusting people. I find it difficult to trust people, especially since what happened. First my friend, I know it was my fault, blah blah blah. But then there's the system, the justice system, and then Charles leaving, and then the saloon going under, and I thought I was going to live in Valentine forever, and here I am in Saint Denis. It hurts me. But what am I supposed to do? Not move forward? And
That's fair.
she told me I should trust people. You know, go to the light side or whatever. And don't be lonely. Blah blah blah. But every time I listen to that advice, I always end up in a bad situation. I'd like to ask you something, but Listen, it's about
Yes, of
like
course.
women's problems. I don't feel comfortable with him listening.
Okay. Cab, would you mind excusing us for a moment, please? Thank you.
I was asked to step out.
Oh, okay.
Women's issues. Don't want my ears involved.
It's feminine issues. It's very personal. Knives don't come in either.
I won't. I respect
I
that.
feel embarrassed.
No, that's
No
okay.
worries. I was just letting her know before she walked in.
Let's go downstairs. So, we don't diagnose in first sessions, but that is not the first time I have ever seen Miss Burke here in these offices. So, how would you interpret her behavior? How would you
Okay.
take it?
My
There's no
voice is
right
down.
or wrong answer.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Well,
whispering.
with everything that she's been saying here,
Let's actually walk outside the office just in case that room is right above us.
not a problem. Or shall we go?
Just here is fine.
Okay.
And keep an eye on the room.
Yes.
And what do you think of her?
Trauma. A lot of
She's
trauma. It's all or
certainly-
nothing. Everything
yes.
is all or nothing. It's always and never. It's never. There's no middle ground in any of it. Everybody's out to get me, or nobody's out. Nobody cares. There's no in between. They're all pointing their finger at me. Yeah, it's an all or nothing type of deal. That's trauma response.
And what that trauma might be could be a host of things. It could be the Commonwealth to her. It could be from her childhood.
Right now, it is her friend dying by her hands, the justice system being a joke, Charles leaving, Valentine falling, and she happened to leave Valentine where she thought she was going to live all her life. And it hurt her that all those things happened.
Abandonment.
Yep. But won't trust anybody.
No, because there is a sense of, it's like a heightened state of importance.
Yep.
The doing the best, the being the best, and hopefully
a lot
that
of
will keep.
competition too.
Right. That could be part of the abandonment. It could be that she's trying to seem good or great at things so that things do not keep falling apart.
Yeah.
Now, in psychiatry, sometimes you do sessions alone and you don't have someone to bounce ideas off of. That's why usually we meet up sometimes and we're like, okay, this patient's doing this. I don't know what to think about this. And we work together. So, Cable,
Yes.
do you think you would feel comfortable handling sessions alone?
This is my very first session.
I know.
So, not yet? Question
That's
mark?
completely fair. So far, I think you're doing a great job.
Now, the issue with this one is... the other issue with this, I should say, is every time she gets put on the spot about a question, she navigates the conversation onto the person asking the question instead of answering it.
Yes, yes, she does.
She completely redirected the conversation about the tarot lady and how Nyx is
Deflection.
feeling. Yep.
Uh-huh.
So my question
Something
is,
she doesn't want to share.
how do you help somebody who don't want to help themselves?
You observe them and then you explain to them that if talking is not it's not finding solutions, that is why there are other treatment methods. Are they a little bit more physical and invasive? Absolutely. For her case, I would start spinning her actually.
Spin.
Put her in a chair and spin the chair until she gets so sick, and then ask her questions again and again and again until she stops deflecting. Not ideal,
Yeah.
but it eventually gets to the root of the problem.
Well, the root of the problem is fear, it seems like.
Yes. But it's almost like she's fearing fear itself.
Yeah. And it feeds itself. She's had instances that justifies her fears, if that makes sense.
It does.
This has been a very weird day.
You know, sometimes it can be that way. I am trying not to. I don't wish to instill panic in the Commonwealth. I am
No.
mulling over Maria.
I'm sorry to bring that up to you, but
Oh, please don't apologize. I do appreciate the concern, but it's okay. It's better somebody knows. It's better the people that could do something about it would be able to know that. Absolutely. No, you're fine, Cable.
and I just didn't know if I should press the matter or what. Because it is worrisome that somebody's dangerous but doesn't know how
And
dangerous they are.
confused.
Yeah.
You know, write that report, that statement for me, and then I'm going to alert management.
Yeah. That's what I figured. But I have to go up the chain. And I know there's history. Or I wasn't really sure of the history, but as soon as she kept staring at my shirt and was frowning at the color, so something was there. I just don't know what it
You
is.
know, during the war, they shot at doctors.
Oh yeah, they shot me in tie down.
Because it's a smart strategy to get rid of the people that can help people back onto their feet to continue fighting.
I think it was actually a block over from here. And I didn't know how to bring it up without, like you said, a lot of personal feelings getting intertwined.
I wouldn't take her on. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to remain professional.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
That's my limit, unfortunately.
Well,
But
it's good to
for
know
those
it.
who can remain professional, I always encourage healing and help to everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's a catch-22. Do you really want to help somebody regain their rage?
No, no, not at all. Maybe there's a way that we can. You said that she seemed surprised.
Yeah.
There's hope in that. Hope that I, despite everything I feel, will always try to hand to other people. Because if we continue what other people keep trying to do to us, it will never end.
Tit for tat.
Hmm.
Eye for an eye makes everybody blind.
Right, and a blind society could feel around, but we all deserve at least to see if we can.
Just didn't know. And I'm sorry. Again, it brought up memories that she didn't want to touch.
No, no, you're fine. Truly, I mean it. I would tell you if I'm not okay or if it's uncomfortable or I don't wish to hear something. I'm fairly dramatic. But I'm okay. Are you all right? I'm truly more concerned about you.
Yeah. And it's just worried for other people, how they're going to take the news, Nala especially.
It's gonna be following a gentle hello,
I don't
maybe
want
a trip
to.
about.
I saw the after effects of that. And her silliness is starting to come back, and I don't want to
I know.
squash a flower that's just starting to peak.
I deeply agree.
And that's what I'm worried about is all the people that were closely involved in her shenanigans. One, getting hurt by the memory of past, and then the fear that comes with her being about, And me being the bearer of bad news. I don't like that either.
I I don't think you're the bearer of bad news. I don't even know if the news is bad. Concerning, sure. I think and
Howdy.
nobody. Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Nobody has heard from them.
Knives, is that you?
Miss Saville?
It's been so long.
It's been a very long time. How have you been?
I've been wonderful. Have you seen Mr. McCorn around?
Not
I
for a few
have.
days.
Mm-hmm. I definitely have.
Have you seen him today?
Oh, no, I haven't seen him today. I think I saw him yesterday. He
Oh,
should be here in
wonderful.
Saint Denis.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad to hear that he's been around at any rate.
Mm-hmm. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully, and yourself?
Relaxed. Still relaxed. Cable, I promise.
I'm
I'm doing
sure.
good.
And who's the gentleman to your right?
Cabel Elwood, man.
Have we ever met?
I don't know, and I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. If we have. It's nice to meet you again anyway.
Yes, yes, it's a pleasure.
Oh, fancy.
Yes, indeed. It's just manners.
I would tip my hat, but I left it inside.
Yes, yes, at least you can wear a hat.
Or you could wear a little hat.
Sometimes I wear pinned hats, but there's not a lot for this hairstyle, you see.
Man,
I suffer for fashion,
In many ways, I can understand that.
naturally. Well, I'll be
Mhm.
seeing you, I'm sure. I
Of
must
course,
take
take
my
care.
leave.
I believe she's one of the writers for the Tribune.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
another one that hasn't been seen in a bit, I take it.
Um, I think she's around from time to time, but I often don't see her because she writes quite a bit. I don't think it's woman troubles that ail Miss Burke. But, you know, when requested to go, we go.
Yep. Probably seems more pressed if there's more eyes watching.
Oh, most definitely.
So, see how it goes.
And Cabel, what's curious about Miss Burke is that she is often accompanied by a taller man with a bowler cap, gray clothing. He's fairly large, and he is actually on the opposite side of this building waiting for her. Or watching. I don't entirely know the nature of their relationship.
Apparently they... I don't know.
But when I was Bobby's psychiatrist, there was a time where she no longer needed my services. Then she reached out in a telegram asking me to meet her somewhere. This is before I established all these rules about meeting people in town. And it was at a cooking pot. She just needed a conversation, looking for a check-in. I was going to tell her then and there if she needed further follow-up or if it was just something light and understanding was needed. She then, had me cornered by that gentleman. And he requested some strange things from me. So, do I think she's dangerous? Absolutely. Will I hold that against her? No. I think the mind is a very fascinating place, and it's also our job to study those that even we may not understand.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't take her on. I would, but I don't think it's
She's
in my best
crossed
interest.
that personal boundary already.
Yes.
That's the tricky part.
I enjoy Miss Burke. I think she's fairly amusing. And she has a bite to her. A feistiness that I enjoy seeing. But she's willing to put doctors in harmful positions, and I don't want any psychiatrist to be harmed.
Seems like two things pop out with that, with her in general. Fear of change and unable to let go of the past.
She does remember quite a bit of it. Despite the memory loss, that which she does remember, she does hold on to quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, we all do it.
Most definitely. Elements of our past define us, or they offend us enough that we carry it with us.
Yeah, I'm the type of person who probably should be studying myself, I suppose.
Shouldn't we all? I remember you speaking about a lot of death following you.
Yeah. I look at it, my problems are mine.
If that is what you wish, yes.
So I try to keep it light for everybody, you know?
You know, Cabel, I think I find there to be nothing wrong with the dark. We work with the dead. And with the living.
Well, I have a very dark sense of humor, but that can't be helped.
Nothing wrong with that.
I find humor in things that shouldn't be funny. But, I don't know. It's probably just pressure relief.
It could be.
Goodness. What is going on in Blackwater lately?
Oh, are you getting calls there?
There's one outside of Blackwater. There's one Oh, my. Jeez.
What?
Oh, a guy came flying by on his wagon. You got
Oh, I
actual
didn't even...
food, or are you chewing on bread?
I have I have bread and a canteen. I need to go to a saloon. What's wrong with
This.
chewing on bread?
There you go. Packed lunch just for you.
I'm not seeing the box.
It's right under you.
Oh no, I believe you. I'm just not seeing it.
Let me try. Let's
Let
see.
me stand very close to you, perhaps? What are you handing me?
There you go.
Ooh! Poonie Punch, you were in Annisburg? Oh yes, you said
Oh,
you were in
yes.
Annisburg.
Any chance I get to be up there with that place open, I'm there. I like the tacos. And the company. All them people up there crack me up.
Annisburg, Annisburg civilians are, without a doubt, the most interesting and I would say the best to get drunk around. I'm not sure if that still stands, but
I went up there one time and they were all dressed up in playing masks and different outfits than normal, just sulking around in the shadows, being
oh,
goofballs.
well, it's Annisburg. The
Yeah.
cold does that to you. Mm-hmm.
But I've always made it. If I'm out in the east, I always try to make it up there. I think they're gotten used to people coming through, finally. Oh, I guess we're done already.
Oh, well, there we go.
That's odd.
Sessions are as long as patients want or as long as the doctors feel it's necessary. Some people thrive when they sit in silence for a long time. Other people get fidgety or nervous.
I see. I just read the room.
Hey, the uncomfortable discussion is over.
Okay.
Okay, well, there we go.
Well, no reason for me to stick around.
Alright. Well, you be
So you
safe, huh?
checked on that fever?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, sure.
Is that yes, I would like to be checked, or yes, I've been checked?
I have not been checked.
Do you want to be checked?
I do want to be checked.
Okay,
Oh,
all right. Sit back in then.
Completely forgot about that fever.
Deja vu.
The appointment was so good that I forgot about all my problems.
Well, that's good.
Hello again.
No. No.
She forgot about her FIFA.
All right, just have a lay down, okay? Anywhere.
It's probably just the rain. Hopefully.
Can I sit down?
Of course you can. You most definitely can.
Come on.
You know what? I'd like to be standing, actually.
Yes, this room is we can take
Tricky.
a seat by the main lobby.
Even better. I can pretend to sit.
Oh,
Whichever is the most comfortable for you. Alright. Let me check those vitals.
Absolute disaster.
yes. Okay. If you want to sit.
Oh no, I like being on my feet. Exercise.
I'm not really the best at fevers, flus, and anything
What are
pathology
we doing
related.
up
Please
here?
don't mind me.
I feel like that's a hint now.
It might be, but don't worry. She seems fine.
Hello? Hey, partner.
Sorry,
Doctors are here if you need help.
Yeah, don't talk to Nigel. There's a doctor.
Hey, Clyde, is that you? Oh, Grandpa. How you doing, partner?
Hello. You called me Clyde? That's crazy. Please take
Come
care
on
of
inside.
my amigo over
Laugh,
here.
uncomfortable
Absolutely.
Lady problems.
You step
Hello.
down and have it lay down here.
No,
Howdy.
not questioning it. I understand.
And let's get these doors
Looks
shut.
like-
Congratulations.
This looks
Aw.
like a room I'll die in.
No, nothing like that. Have
You
a
want to die in here, Pacho?
Lay down on that table right there for me.
Conversation ends here.
Yeah,
Do not worry.
this table
You
over
seem
here.
fine.
This
You
one
don't
here.
seem feverish.
Pacho,
Don't
over
bother.
here.
Hey,
Thank you. Thank you for checking me.
Hit your E.
So
Get
we're
close.
through the same door.
sorry, sir.
Yeah.
I'm having headaches. I apologize.
I'm gonna move that.
There you go.
Hello.
We got dirty bandage. Let's remove that
Hey, Dr.
first.
Doing, Dr. Nash.
How'd you hurt your
You're
ribs?
doing really well, Mr. Callahan.
I fell off a horse.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
So, what's going on here? Is everybody
Uh,
okay?
my friend here, Pacho, had an oopsie daisy.
All right, let's see if
And
these are
now
bruised, if anything's broken.
No,
or
no
what's
wagon.
going on.
thing. That's my wagon. No, I did not run him over.
Of course, before I go with you,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're right.
I've been doing all right. Doing good. Go for
All
it.
right. Make sure that shoulder is in place. Nothing out of the ordinary
I don't
other than the
recall.
bruising.
Yeah, when would be our next appointment?
Oh, it was a little out. Well, you're good to go
Tomorrow's
there.
possible.
Oh, my arm. Oh,
After
Yeah,
storm,
probably feels better now, huh?
like around this time.
sorry.
A bit earlier.
Oh, yeah,
A
it's
bit
better.
earlier
Okay.
this
But
time.
even though, since it was out a little bit, we're going to put that in the
Yeah,
sling.
that can
Nope.
work.
Keep that in place for right now until the swelling goes down.
How long is this? It's my,
Depends
my
if
drawing
it's
hand.
rainy.
I
I
need
need
to
to,
use
I need
my
to know
gun.
which doctor.
Well, I mean, it's your own
No, thank you.
discretion, of course, but I don't want you to any
If it was
more
Dr.
damage
Nix,
or
that's
pull
fine,
it back out of place as it just
No
went
other
back
doctor.
in. You
Even
know.
if you said Dr. Sunny, I'd still say no.
Sorry.
All right. All right. Thank you. Pacho, I'll be back in the Bastille, all right?
Sorry.
Wait, is he okay, doctor?
Yep, his shoulder was just a little out of place there.
Ooh.
He has some bruising, but no broken bones. So, I think a good evening of just keeping his shoulder from moving all over the place would do him good, and he should be fine after that.
Sorry. Got a little too freaky, Grandpa, you know?
Yeah, you need to go. You need to stop seeing the Lady of Guarma.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
where you need to stop.
No, never.
Guarma's fun. What are you talking about?
Just a loco, mucho loco, pendejo.
Sí,
Mucho
pero she
loco.
has a culo
She is crazy.
masivo.
She's crazy. No, she's not. She's a nice lady out there.
Sientes loco, loco.
Nah.
Mucho loco. No más. No
No
más.
mas, no more.
No,
Okay,
no,
so-
más.
Mas, many
Sí.
mas.
No más.
Mucho mas.
No más.
Listen to the doctor, eh? The professional.
Cabrón, cállate.
Cállate yourself.
Hey, get out of here, eh? It's not nap time for you, eh?
I'm talking to Pacho. I'm not talking to you, doctor.
Okay.
Sí, pero the doctor's talking for me.
Better.
Oh, okay. You want a doctor to speak for you, Pacho? Is that how it is?
Say, you're too below me. societally to speak to me. You know, I'm too powerful.
You want to play that game?
Let's make sure there's nothing else going on here.
Oh, you might want to check afterwards in like 10 minutes.
Calma, okay? Cállate.
Cállate. Pardon?
Pardon. Okay, you're gonna get
I'll
to go, sir.
discipline you back home. I'm disciplining the shit out of you, Pacho.
Be nice to him, at least for the evening.
See, I come here from Mexico and I get treated like this.
Oh, is that so? You don't get mistreated, Pacho. You know that for a fact.
You know, Pacho?
Can I go? Can I run?
Yeah. What's your full name, please?
Pacho Gil.
Hello there, Cabel. I'm
spell
gonna
your
go
last name
read
for me?
telegrams. I don't know where Nix just went.
Pacho?
Say Gil.
All right, I go.
Gil. Okay, Pacho Gil.
Like a fish, you know,
Yep,
like
yep,
when
yep.
you breathe through.
All right, pain 1 to 10. 1, you got a splinter in your finger. 10, you feel like you want to fall over this very instant.
About 3.
At 3. Okay. Well, if the bruising becomes worse, spreads, let us know, because that could be an indication that there's something more going on than we seen today. If the shoulder seems like it's out of place again, please let us know as that as well, because it might not have been placed in properly, but everything seems fine right now. Like I say, take a couple hours rest, see how your shoulder feels, and you be the best judge. Just don't overdo it.
See, pero you know, doctor, it hurts a little. Do you have some something to help with that? Your
Absolutely.
cocaine,
No.
meth,
Nope.
moonshine,
Nope. I have this.
maybe tranquilizer.
Okay, here you go. This will help take the pain away, and it's non-habit forming.
Say okay.
And
Not
us know
what I
if
was
you need
hoping
anything
for,
else.
but okay. Say, of course, no problem.
Alrighty. Well, you have a good day, sir. Oh, jeez.
Say, adios.
Is that door open? Perfect.
Sorry.
There we go. You be safe, please.
Say your tone.
Mexicans, I swear. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's get these jams back going again. Don't need the quiet stuff going anymore. Let's see. Let's do that one.
Wait, where did Nice go?
She went to go check her telegrams.
No. Tell her to meet me upstairs.
Oops.
Yeah, well.
Let me write this report.
Right,
Oh,
well,
no, you're fine.
Sorry she asked you to leave.
No, that's no worries.
It's not. Yeah, sometimes patients just aren't comfortable.
Yeah, more eyes on her probably made her nervous.
Indeed. You may need to clear your throat a little bit. It's a bit, croaky at times,
Really?
if you catch my drift. Yes, just a little bit. It's not awful.
Law. Oh, I hear it.
Yes. But no, it's... How do you think that went, though? Is that the first one you've shadowed?
Yes. Very first one.
Oh, excellent. Did you take any notes?
Lots of notes.
Oh, excellent. Give me a copy of those, and I can have a look through them, see what you think.
Okay.
But I'm going to go and concentrate on my own notes for a bit, okay? I'll be
You're gonna
upstairs.
what now?
It's kind of packed.
Okay.
I'm going to go and concentrate on my own notes and doing the report. I'll be on the top floor.
Already? Okay, so why is this Crackle, crackle, crackle. Let me see. Oh, what did I have to do last time? Let's see. Plug it back in. Did that work? Nope. Made it worse. What the fuck? Alright, let me try this side. Check. Nope. Still crackly. God damn it. Great. Well, last time is getting worse. Check. Nope. Last time this happened, I had to fucking restart my whole computer. Check. Nope. It's fucking worse. Well, I'm gonna have to restart the computer.